Hi, welcome to Cheltenham Chart, episode 10. Already at episode 10. So, getting towards Cheltenham time now. And we've had some good news this week with the news that the VAT on the Irish horses isn't actually payable, and that one Irish horse has actually come over for a race. So, that's been good news, and I'm sure it's increased a lot of people's confidence that the Irish horses can get to Cheltenham and run over here at the festival. I made some videos this week with Gary Sieves. I think we made 13 in total for some of the graded races at Cheltenham, and we've done Tuesday through Thursday at the moment. That's on Gary Sieves' channel, SIVS. And we were joined by Andrew Blair White, who kindly gave us his time to put his input, and they were actually quite enjoyable, although maybe I've gone a bit too far with my views on some of the jockeys in them. And I've made probably a couple of erratic picks as well, but they're not really picks that I would put up for bets on this channel. I do hope at some point to get some software in and maybe make a few videos with other people, maybe even some of the commenters on the videos at some point. But for now, I don't really have that software, so we'll be leaving that. But Gary has software to do that, and it was enjoyable to do the videos with him. And in the first video, one of the first videos that we made, Gary talked about his last bet that he put up, which was Energumene, and he's the first horse we'll talk about today. He created a good visual impression, winning his race at Naas. It wasn't really much of a race, with Captain Guinness being his only really viable opponent. He tucked him away really nicely. I still have a feeling this is more of a 2 mile 4 horse, but if he can get deep conditions, he may be able to put in a challenge to Shiskin, and that's what we really want. We don't want Shiskin just having an easy run round. So Energumene was really impressive. I think it's embarrassing Irish racing to see the run of Black Bull in this race, because if there's no inquiry in a run like that, then it really just encourages trainers to do it, and shouldn't matter what trainer does it. This was really not a good look for Irish racing. I was really disappointed to see this sort of thing, and they can say what they want. This horse was never really put in the race. It was really disappointing to watch. Bob Ollinger won the Lawlers in Naas, won by Envoy Allen last year, and he was really impressive. A first graded winner for Rob Coeur, who've put a lot of money into Irish racing, and this horse looks like he's going places. I don't know which one I would take. There's 3 in the Ballymore now that look to be quite short. Brave Man's Game, I put him up in update 3 as a big eye catcher, but I didn't actually back him when he was 25 to 1, and now I'm kicking myself for that, but I've missed the boat. Bob Bollinger's not really a horse I've sort of fully taken to, so I'm not on board with him. And in the videos I put up Gallard Dumaniel, a Willie Mullins, but I haven't got any money on him either, really. It's just a selection because the video wanted a selection. But Bob Bollinger was impressive. He looks a horse going places. Last time out, I wasn't that impressed with him because he didn't beat anything, but this time he did beat good horses, or reasonable horses, although his main rival fell. This was a decent performance. I was quite impressed with him. The 2 races at Warwick, I don't think will produce Cheltenham winners, but we don't know. Next Destination, he didn't really look like a horse that was going to win he didn't look to me like a horse that would win an RSA and look more of a National Hunt Chase horse. And Adramil, they were all just bunched together coming towards the line, and I just think if you're going to win a race at Warwick, even a grade 2, you're going to have to be going away from a field like that to be really pushing Brave Man's Game and Bob Bollinger. So for me, both of those performances were a little bit below what you'd need to win at Cheltenham. We then had the 2 horses in Ireland that I want to talk about, and both were big eye catchers for me. Rosie's Hollow was beaten by Delvino, who I've put up for the Mayor's Novice, because I thought that was a really strong race. Rosie's Hollow finished 4th, And the third horse was Royal Illusion, who's got a high rating on the flat. Castavatera had won 3 bumpers, and Delvino tucked him away easily. I cannot work out what happened to her last time out, but she was so disappointing. But Rosie's Hollow won this maiden really nicely. I was really taken with it, and if you can get anywhere near the 33-1 that's on offer with William Hill for the Mayor's Novice, then I would not put you off. The Mayor's Novice is a race that I'll quickly touch on because Lee Court asked about it, but his comment seems to have gone from the comment section on episode 9. He asked about Queensbrook, and she is running in better class races than probably the Mayor's Novice will be, and I couldn't put him off. I just worry that she may be staying on strongly when the race is already won, because she looks a bit more of a stayer than a 2-miler to me, but I wouldn't put you off. But I think Rosie's Hollow's going to be a horse to be reckoned with going forward, and I wouldn't put you off the 33-1 on her or the Glancing Queen, because I looked at that race quite in depth after Lee's comment. Glancing Queen's running in better races and against geldings at times as well, good geldings, so I wouldn't put you off her either. The other eye catcher on the day was Jerry Colombe, another Rob Kerr horse who won the bumper really easily. I'm not sure it was a great bumper, but this was really impressive to the eye. I couldn't put you off this horse. If they go for the bumper, then they're going to have to rush his preparation, but I think this is a really good horse going forward. And the final horse today, in this part of the episode that I'm going to talk about, was another horse who I was concerned about his run. Looked like he was out for a handicap mark, was Alpha Mix of Gavin Cromwell's, who I felt just seemed to want to gallop into the race, but the jockey kept holding him, sitting in third, and I just wondered about this run. I think Alpha Mix was out for a mark, and really it wasn't a good look, this one either. So that's the first part of the video. I'll be back on and merge onto this to talk about Stadium for Launch in Envoy and also about the Grade 1 Moscow Flyer. Hi everyone, adding on to this morning's video, Envoy Allen is absolutely bolted in at Punchestown this afternoon. He's going to be scaring rivals away by the minute, I would imagine. A Stadium for Launch's fall has made the race a bit easier for him, but I still think Fee Duderie is a good horse. He's tucked him away, giving away £11, and he's barely come out of a canter. So for me, he's looking more and more like the horse that everyone thought he was, and if you've got good prices on him, you will be more than likely to be collecting bar accidents in the race. The hurdle race was very strange, I thought, because the rain went out very hard, and I don't really know what to make of it after that. Ganapathy, I thought, should have won the race. He came to win his race. He slowed up markedly coming to the last, and though the commentators thought it didn't affect the result, I think when you do that and you lose momentum and you've got to try and get going again against a horse who's flown the last and come away from it really quickly, I think that's really difficult to do. I would have taken Ganapathy out of the race myself. The rear deal is causing the handicap in Ireland absolute nightmares. He's now won this. Can he win the Supreme? I would still think no, but who knows the way he's improved. But it also shows, and some of his runs when he was being handicapped were decidedly dodgy, to say the least. But he's now going to be rated nearly 150, and he has to come into the equation for the Supreme Novice. I like Ganapathy's run. This week we have another contender, well, possible contender. He's a contender in my eyes anyway. A horse I've been looking forward to seeing for quite a while. Galley Hill of Nicky Henderson's. Hopefully he can throw his hat into the ring for the Supreme. He's a horse I've heard good things about. He was bought by Henrietta Knight for Mike Gretsch, and he'd be desperate to get a good horse. I hope this might be one. He's already got Kesk on Risk, and I just hope this one is good. I'm excited to see him, and hopefully he'll run well on Wednesday. It's been good making the videos with Gary. Hopefully you'll take a look at them. But I'll wish you a good week. My eye catcher for this week, Rosie's Hollow, like I've said. But I wish you a good week. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back to you next week with episode 11. Bye for now.